Hey, good morning, y'all. This is Cliff with Giant Mechanic Scale Modeling. So, not my normal format per se, but this here is just my response to community question. This was kind of put out by Al Woods over at Al's Modeling Mayhem. Good dude. The community question is, what has happened to his hobby? Well, for starters, this is my opinion. I am not necessarily 100% sure what happened to the hobby, but I am going to throw in my 2 cents because I'm still, which I say, like a new guy coming into this. My channel is a young channel. It's been 3 years. I appreciate the modeling community and stuff like that. And always a big thing. Hobby model building, for me personally, has always been a hobby. I never looked at it as a job because as soon as you start looking at it as a job, then it just loses all interest and fun. So I definitely agree, and especially when you have a lot of other hobbies, like Al just picked up, you know, metal detecting, and that's all fun and well. Part of his thing that he was also saying is group builds, getting mired into group builds. I'm guilty of this. I want to support everyone who supports me. And as Charlie Mack said in his video, hey, you know what? You cannot do them all. And sometimes you just got to swallow your pride. And it's not that you don't want to support, but then you feel obligated. Well, the big thing is you should not feel an obligation. Like, I'll use myself as an example. Right now, I'm hosting a motorcycle group build. This is the third year that I've been doing it. And I have a co host this year, Jamie G. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. And I've been working on trying to step up my game on how to properly run a group build. Um, I've gotten some different stuff, and yes, it can be overwhelming. And then on top of that, trying to keep up with everyone else's. And I miss a lot of deadlines. I miss a lot of deadlines. But I want to do what I can to support. Doesn't mean the project's not going to be finished. I just put too many irons in the fire so I know where Al is coming from. At the end of the day, the modeling community is awesome. Like for my group build, it's from January 1st to October 16th. And me and Andrew have already had this conversation. We had this conversation, I think it was like a couple years ago. And I agree with Andrew for the most part, having too long of a timeline because then people lose interest in it. Got it. But also, my reasoning behind this is not a lot of people are fast builders. I'm not a fast builder. I build at my own pace and expect other people to build at their own pace. I mean, I still work 2 part-time jobs and try to fit time in with all my other hobbies and that. So it's tough. But I also sometimes see where this is like a double-edged sword, especially in the social media, because social media can sometimes make people feel obligated when necessarily they shouldn't be. Support the group builds that you want, and if for some reason you don't feel like supporting the motorcycle group build, which is something that I did a couple years ago, I went and approached the community and asked. And like I said, it was a little rough, and it still is. But I agree with Andrew. I could do a lot better at fucking hosting. That's why I kind of got Jamie G on this year as a host. But like Al was saying, just don't worry about that. Everybody understands there's a life outside of modeling. Some people have a lot more time just to dedicate to models than others. So don't get wrapped up in the action. As Charlie Mack said, it's your hobby. You decide what you want because you can't build them all. I know I can't, and I know I overextend the shit out of myself trying to support everyone who supports me. So that being said, um, we as YouTube, I don't know, I guess model builders or whatever in a community, just I guess have to pick and choose our battles, group builds, whatever you want to call them, and there is plenty out there. There's been that have been going on for a long time. Like the Bigger Group Build is one. And then also the Cancer Awareness Group Build. I've got 3 kits. Well, actually, 2 kits for the last 3 years that I've been around trying to do that. And granted, they're all starting to need to get finished up. Sorry, Jeff. It's one of them things. I know that was why I was supposed to do this last year and never got done. Was finished the 2 kits for last year. Shit, even when I ran my motorcycle group build, I was supposed to build 2 motorcycles and only got 1 done. But the one I got done was the most important one. However, the second one was actually the theme of sports bikes. So, and not to get like off subject here, but basically I agree with Al Wood. So my point is build what you want, build how you want. And if you don't get a group build done in time, you're not going to hurt my feelings. Because I know I have failed a lot of group builds within the community. So, anyway, I probably made this video longer than I wanted to. That's my opinion. Leave likes, comments, or shit. Actually, make your own video of what you think. And now, I'm coming from a person who's only been back in the scale modeling community for about 3 years. So, compared to some people who've been into it for a long time, my word probably don't mean shit around here. But at the same time, I do what I can to support what I can. And I try not to sweat the small stuff. But anyway, this is Cliff with Jam Mechanic Scale Modeling, and I'm out.